everyone, this is Day Trader Matt with a businesswithtrading.com doing a market recap for Friday the 14th of September, and today was a very fun day. After yesterday's choppiness, today gapped up and just took off, and then around the 10-20 period, the market just chopped around for a little bit and chopped around a little bit lower. Basically what we did today, the market opened and it did start jumping around a little bit, and we grabbed along pretty quickly and we were able to ride that up, taking a little profit just to secure a little bit, and then the market just kept going, just kept running up, and we did grab profit over here on the rest of the position, and it did chop around a little bit and then it continued higher. Very, very interesting day, and really should set up a lot of good stuff for next week. So definitely very excited about next week. It should be a lot of fun. Today was an awesome day. Everyone who was a part of it, thanks for being part of it. Today only one trade was done. Maximum profit potential we were working inside of was 12 3/4 points or 51 ticks. Actual entries and exits, we made 8 1/4 points or 33 ticks. So definitely a lot of fun. Let's round down, say 8 points to put it in a monetary value. $50 per point, 8 points, you're looking at $400. And you would have done that inside of an hour. You could have spent the rest of the time watching the markets, or you could have just taken off. And that's what I told everyone. I'm probably going to be my last trade. I'm not going to take any of this, and ended up closing the room a little bit early, because you can do that. If you get a good trade, and I don't like to be aggressive on Fridays. On Fridays I like to limit myself for only a couple trades, whereas during the week I can take upwards of 4 or 5 trades. I usually don't, but I can. On Fridays I try to limit that a little bit, and it did work out very well. 8 1/4 points, very, very awesome. I'd like to encourage everybody to stop by and check out the website, especially if you haven't already. www.abusinesswithtrading.com. Every day we focus on the ES, the S&P Futures. It's my favorite market to trade, and it's one of the it is the most liquid U.S. market. So it's always been fun for me. It was definitely a challenge in the beginning when I was learning how to trade, especially not having a mentor or someone to show me how they trade. Most of the people that I had met online were unsuccessful, and I saw what they were doing, but they were doing it unsuccessfully. So you don't want to copy someone who's unsuccessful. But anyway, I'm at this level that I'm at now, and I'm able to teach other people, and it's an awesome experience. Making a ton of friends, just having a blast trading the market 2.5 hours every day. I don't really see how it can get much better. But anyway, with that, I encourage you to stop by the website. I do have a contact form on the sidebar to the right. You can definitely ask questions. I encourage it. I really enjoy reading emails and being able to talk with other traders and answer questions and hopefully provide good advice. I don't know everything about trading. I've never claimed to know everything. So if you ask something I don't know it, maybe you ask something about an indicator I don't use and I don't look at, I'll tell you what I know, because I do know a lot. It's just a lot of stuff I don't use. I don't use the MACDs or stochastics, or so if you're going to ask me a question about that, I don't use it, but I do know about it. I know what it is and how it came about, and I don't know exactly who created them, but a little Google search, you can find that. But anyway, keep the questions coming. Everyone who asks questions, definitely do enjoy it, and thanks a lot for all the support, and have an awesome weekend, everyone. I'll see you next week in the markets. Thank you.